Hi everyone! Welcome to day 4 of the 30 Days to Spring Tidying Challenge. This is a challenge that I created that was inspired by Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Today we are going to be going through scarves, belts, hats, hair accessories, gloves, and mittens. A lot of different categories today of what is essentially clothing accessory kimono or clothing accessory miscellaneous items. Similar to my handbags, my clothing accessories are stored in multiple places, and I'm gonna try to gather them all up into one central location and then start tidying. With each item I handle, again, I'm going to be asking myself, does this spark joy? And if I'm having trouble with a particular item, I'm going to think to myself, do I want to take this item into the future with me? By now you guys are familiar with my couch, aka the holder of all things as I tidy. Let's go ahead and pull out all of my clothing accessories kimono. I am overwhelmed by the number of clothing accessories that I have. I am going to try to pare this down, and it's interesting because as I'm going through the process, I'm honing in a little bit more on what sparks joy. In particular, there are a few things from day 2 that I think I could say goodbye to. That day, I pretty much kept my entire existing collection of socks, stockings, underwear, and swimwear, but I think it was because I was enjoying the tidying process so much, I was a little bit distracted. I think I'm understanding more about why Marie Kondo advocates discarding first and then thinking about organizing, because I was so caught up in the organization and I was so pleased that everything fit into its own little box that I didn't really pay close enough attention to what sparked joy that day. I am going to revisit previous categories as I continue through the process. Let's jump back to our task for today. Maybe I'm procrastinating a little bit as well because I don't want to deal with this mountain behind me. But we've got 26 more days of mountains after this, so I better get used to it. Today, what I think I'm gonna do is separate all of my clothing accessories kimono into their own respective categories. I'll create little subcategories for winter scarves, so my thick, heavy scarves, as well as my lighter scarves. I'll have a little subcategory for hats, winter hats, as well as baseball caps or more summery type hats. A subcategory for hair accessories, and then gloves and mittens. Once I'm done that, I will think a little bit more carefully about how to go about tidying. But I'm not going to think too much about organizing today like I did on day 2. Instead, today I'm going to focus more on seeing what items spark joy. Initially, I was kind of excited for today because I really love scarves, but then going through them, a few things struck me. Number one is how many blanket scarves I have and how big they are. They take up so much storage space. I have gone through my scarf collection so many times in the past, and I can genuinely say I love all of the scarves that I have in my collection. Today was difficult because I wasn't able to pare down a lot of what I had, especially in the scarf category, and I also had trouble thinking of a storage solution for my big, chunky blanket scarves. I wear probably 80% of them, and the balance I either just forget about or they're buried deep in my closet and I don't have time to get them out. That brings me to the other thing I noticed today is that I have a lot of accessories in today's subset of categories that I love, that spark joy, that I don't wear because I don't see them, I don't remember them, they're just not top of mind. In the KonMari method, the goal is to display accessories like beautiful art pieces. Every time you open a drawer and you look inside and you see your accessories laid out beautifully, not only does it spark joy, but you know exactly what you have and you can reach for the item very easily and wear it. I'm kind of at a crossroads today. On the one hand, I'm still really excited to continue tidying because I know by the end everything's gonna fall into place. But mentally, today was a huge hurdle for me because I just couldn't seem to get any feeling of accomplishment. I know there are going to be days like this in the process, but it was just a challenge experiencing it for the first time. I had actually finished recording today's video and I had put everything away, but I wanted to come back on because something occurred to me as I was tidying today. I was looking at all of the beautiful accessories that I have that spark so much joy that I never wear, including this little handkerchief scarf that my aunt actually gave me many years ago. video. I used to wear this quite often actually. I would wear it like this, tied around my neck, and I would also wear it as a bag charm. So I would tie it around one of the handles on my handbags. It occurred to me that maybe I should do a challenge where I wear a different accessory from my collection every single day until I've gone through them all. That way I can get more use out of my accessories and also decide whether it's something I want to keep in my collection. The reason this occurred to me is because I did a lipstick a day challenge where I did a similar exercise wearing a different lipstick from my collection every single day. I let go of a good third of my collection, and that's because as I wore the lipstick throughout the day, I realized that that lipstick no longer sparked joy, even though when I look at it, I think this is something I want to keep in my collection. I'm wondering if accessories would be the same thing, where when I touch an item and it sparks joy for me, it's not the particular item that sparks joy, but rather the memory of it. However, if I wore it for the entire day, would I still feel the same way about it? Sometimes we hang on to stuff because we think we will wear it in the future, or perhaps because we think we should wear it in the future. By wearing it for a day and giving it the full attention that the object deserves could provide us with that nudge to then let it go if we find by the end of the day we don't love it anymore. On the other hand, if you wear it for the entire day and at the end of the day you think, I felt amazing, this item truly sparks joy, then you can put it back in its place, knowing full well it sparks joy, and perhaps you'll reach for it more frequently going forward because how good it made you feel throughout the day will be top of mind. That is going to be it for today's video. According to my calendar, tomorrow we're going to be going through jewelry, watches, glasses, and sunglasses. If you don't have a copy of the calendar yet, you can download it from my blog or in a link in the description box down below. If you're new to this challenge, please go back and watch from the beginning, starting with day 0, where we establish our mindset to take on this challenge. Thank you all so much for watching this video and for following along with this series. Please let me know down below how you're doing with your own tidying. I would love to read about your thoughts and feelings throughout the process, as well as any tips and tricks you have to share. I will see you all tomorrow on day 5. Until then, please take care and bye for now.